pradam asnami prayatnamah. Krishna says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Now I will share a pastime that helps understand this sloka a little bit more. Once there lived a poor Brahmana with no money. He heard a Vaishnava giving a lecture that you don't always have to be rich to worship Krishna. So the Brahmana sat down and began to meditate for days and years. He meditated that he had golden and silver pots and was taking water from different holy rivers and offering to Krishna. Then he thought that he was dressing Krishna up with beautiful golden ornaments. He thought that he was plucking fruits from the tree and offering to Krishna. Last, he thought that he made some sweet rice. When he made the sweet rice, he thought that it might be a bit too hot. So he touched it and to test the temperature. And then he immediately awakened from that meditation because to see his finger had actually burned. So he thought, how could my finger be burned when I was only meditating? I was not doing this with my hands. So then, up in Vaikuntha, Krishna watching and laughing. He told an airplane to go pick up the Brahmana and bring him back to Vaikuntha. Thank you.
Krishna, my name is Via, and I would like to perform contents of the Gita summarized. The first sloka is 2.12. Natamevam chatunasam natam name janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarvam vayamata param. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Spirit soul is internally existing, conditioned, or liberated. Spirit soul is one and only individual. The Lord Krishna is not under Maya. He controls Maya. He can never go under the influence of Maya. Next. Next. Dehinosmin yata dehe komaram yovanam jara tata dehantara praptit thiras tatra namuyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Spirit soul is never changing. The body is always changing. Our next body is based on our activities and the things we do in this lifetime and the past lives we have gone through. We get born, then we have birth, then youth, then old age, and then we die. And then we take birth again, and the cycle starts all over. But the soul is the only one and individual. It stays the same in the whole thing. It is one and does not change. Our body is changing in the whole thing. The next is Mantra sparshasta kontaya sito sanasakadakadaka agama paino nityastam tatiksava bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception. O Sarana Bharata, one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. In discharge of one's duty, one has to tolerate happiness and distress which arise from sense perception. Tolerance and happiness is the eligibility for liberation and go to back Godhead to Krishna. The next sloka is Najayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitanaya bhuya ajo nitya sasvatam yam purano nahanyate hanyamane sarire. For the birth, there is neither birth or death at any time. He has not come into being, not is in being, and will never come in being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So these are the soul's characteristics. The soul, it never takes birth. It never dies. It's unborn, eternal, primeval, immutable, and ever existing. My last sloka is from 2.23 in the Bhagavad Gita. Na enam chitanti sastrani, na ainam daiti pavaka, na chainam kledayanti apo, na sasyati martuha. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by the water, nor withered by the wind. The soul. The meaning, individual sorts are parts and parcels of the Supreme Soul. The cannot be burned or killed in any way. The soul is individual and immortal. It is only one. And this is a picture of Krishna reciting the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hi, my name is Akash. Dhritarashtra vacha dharmashet kurushite samaveta yotsama mamaka pandavascheva kim kurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, deciding to fight, what did they do? Meaning of Bhagavad Gita 1.1. Kurukshetra became Dharmashetra. Krishna was present in battlefield, influence of the holy place. A scarce place of pilgrimage. Dhritarashtra did not want to compromise between cousins and brothers, and he wanted to be the sure of fat of his sons. Dhritarashtra wanted to know what was in Kurukshetra after Kauravas and the Pandavas assembled there. Meeting continue. Dhritarashtra was doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. He was fearful about the fact the holy place on the battlefield. Lord Krishna would wipe out the religious persons in field of Kurukshetra and establish Dharma headed by Yudhishthira. Kurukshetra has been described as Dharmashetra because on the battlefield the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna was present on the side of Arjun. Krishna and Arjun on the battlefield.
Hare Krishna, my name is Trisha. I'm going to present a shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyuparhitam ashnami pratatmanaha. In this shloka, Lord Krishna says that anyone who offers him a leaf, a flower, a fruit, water, or anything with love and devotion, he not only accepts it, but completely enjoys the offering. Here, devotion means pure-minded and pure-hearted being. This consists of an attitude and mentality of dedicating everything they offer to the Supreme Lord exclusively with love. Thus, whoever offers the Supreme Lord Krishna even the most easily obtainable articles such as a flower, a fruit, some water, even a leaf, he will accept it as if it is offered with exclusive loving devotion. I'm going to tell you a story about this. Once there was a Brahmin who used to worship his family's deity every day with food offerings. One day he went out of the town. He said to his son Raman, "Give the offering to the deity today so we can have prasadam." The boy offered food to the deity in the altar, but the deity would neither eat, nor drink, nor talk. Raman waited a long time, but still the image did not move. But he totally believed that Krishna would come down from his Gokula and eat. Again and again he prayed to the deity, saying, "O Lord, please come down and eat the food. It is already very late. Father will get angry if I do not feed you." The deity did not say a word. The boy cried, "O Lord, my father asked me to feed you. Why won't you come down? Why won't you eat from my hands?" The boy kept crying. At last the deity came down smiling from the altar in human form and sat before the meal and ate it. After feeding the deity, the boy came out of the prayer room. His relatives said, "The worship is over. Now bring the prasadam for us." The boy said, "God has eaten everything. He did not leave anything for you today." They entered the prayer room and were speechless with wonder to see that the deity had really eaten every bit of the offering. In this story, we saw that God does eat if you offer food with full faith, love, and devotion. You do not have to cook a feast for the Lord. Even a fruit, a leaf, a flower, or water is enough for Him, but the offering has to be with full devotion.
Sarvasya Prabhavo Mata Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Yeah, you can read. You can read your explanations.
Krishna says everything comes from me. Everything includes all opulence, fame, wealth, renunciation, beauty, strength, and knowledge. One who knows this becomes a pure devotee and worships Krishna with great attention. Krishna is Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulences. One means one who has them.
Mhm.
Don't want it to. In Sanskrit, Krishna means all attractive. No one can be equal or greater to Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachi Ananda Vigraha Anadar Adar Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam.
Hello, my name is Sindhu and I am telling the Dashavatar. The first one is I'm telling a shloka. Yada yada hi dharmasya glane bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam shrijamyaham. The first Dashavatar I'm saying is the Matsya. It's the incarnation of Vishnu turning into a fish, and the next one is Kurma, and he's an incarnation of Vishnu, and the other one is Varaha. He's another incarnation, and this one is Narsimha, half lion and half man. This one is Vamana, and this one over here is Parshuram. This one is Ram. This is baby Krishna. This is Buddha, and this is Kalki. Durdavashta vacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveda yoyotavaha mamukha pandavaschaiva kimakurva sanjaya.
Thank you, Navya. Thank you for reciting the first verse from Bhagavad Gita.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanabhavati bharata abhyatanam dharmasya tadatmanam sridhamiham. Amba bubuksha asti karanatam kinchit asti amba bhojanamasti kim tishta tishta kinchit pashyami. Kinchit tandilaha nasti nasti kinchit shakam cha aho katamitam dustitihi. Arya आकाशालायां वस्तूनि समाप्तानि बहुदिनेभ्यः रिक्तउदराः वयं किञ्चित् उपायं करोतु वयं रक्षणीयाः खलु. चिन्ता मास्तु भगवान् सर्वज्ञ अस्ति सर्वान् रक्षति नास्ति तत्र संशयः. स च स्वयमिदानीं द्वारकायां निवसति तस्य च उपासनेन सर्वदा पालिताः वयम्. आर्य भगवान् कृष्णः भवतः सहपाठी मित्रं खलु कथमेवं भवन्तम् उपेक्षते. सर्वथा नास्ति वदवाच्यम् अस्ति तस्य कटाक्षमस्मासु निरन्तरं सकलसुखं च यच्छति अस्मभ्यः. आर्य कुबुद्धिं क्षम्यताम् किन्तु यदि सः सर्वं दद्यात् तर्हि द्वारकायां गच्छामहे. नहीं सर्वेषां पालनकार्ये मग्नः भवति अत्र स्थित्वा एव प्रार्थनयां सर्वं लभ्यते. आर्य तन्मध्ये आवयोः पुत्राः बुभुक्षां न सहन्ति कृपया द्वारकां गच्छतु पुत्रान् रक्षतु. अस्तु प्रिये गच्छाम्यहम्. आर्य एतत् कृष्णाय पृथुकं रोचते एतत् पृथुकं स्वीकरोतु कृष्णाय कृपया ददातु. अस्तु प्रिये तस्मै ददाम्यहम्.
So as you just saw how Sudaman did
Tishta. Give me the Karna.
because you just saw the two gatekeepers did not believe at all that this poor man could be so close to Krishna. And you could have seen how Krishna was running to meet the devotees. And what you saw, like two little kids, this is how they used to play when they were kids. So they really were very intimate to each other. And that's when now Krishna is taking him around, and they were laughing, and eventually they went to their palace. Now what is going to happen in the palace? Let's imagine what will happen. Here is a wife of Krishna. Anybody knows the wife of Krishna who was in the palace at that time? Okay. Rukmini, very good. So Rukmini is going to see the love between Krishna and Sudama. And then her heart will also melt at the same time. And you'll see how a completely different thing. Usually devotees, please Lord, they do all these puja and archana to Lord. Here you will see exactly opposite. Krishna and Rukmini actually washing feet of Sudaman, and they'll be drinking water. They'll be offering everything to Sudaman. And that's when you'll see some more amazing stuff. For instance, Sudaman actually came to ask for something from Krishna. What did he come to ask for Krishna? For more wealth, so that his kids can be fed. However, he will not ask anything. He'll just give something in return to Krishna, very hesitatingly. And Rukmini will just see that little love and little offering that was given to Krishna, and you'll be amazed what happens with that.
रुक्मिणी प्रिये पश्यकागतोऽस्ति मम बाल्यमित्र सुदामा अस्ति अमस्ति आगम्यतां नमो नमः महाप्रमोद अधुना सर्वमान्या हे मित्र आसनं स्वीकरोतु हस्तयोः पादयोः पाद्यं समर्पयामि हस्तयोः अर्घ्यं स्वीकरोतु आचमनीयं च वस्त्रम् आभरणानि च माला आभरणानि च किम् अस्ति तस्मिन् स्यूते सत्यं मृतकामो अत्युत्तमं मह्यं बहु रोचते अत्राणय मृतकं स्वीकरोतु
Sudaman did not ask for anything at all. He just gave some pounded rice that he knew that Krishna likes it so much. And he was still hesitant to give it. As you saw, he was hiding it. And Krishna saw it and asked for it. So now what's going to happen? He will go back to his place. And can anybody guess, if you know the story, what will he see when he goes back? See, exactly. He had a very small broken hut with hungry kids lying there. But when he reaches there, he sees a very big palace. He doesn't believe. He's like surprised. Whose home is this? What's happening here? And then his wife comes from inside, who's dressed very nicely. Kids are fed really well. And at once he remembers, oh, this must be Krishna's mercy. There's nothing else that could have happened which caused this. And then they'll be so ecstatic, they'll start glorifying Lord Krishna. So that's exactly the story of Sudama. And We'll see how it goes when they actually perform here, because some of them are laughing. Hopefully they won't laugh. Kids in the front row, please try to keep your laughter to yourself, because it distracts them. This is basically a pure love between a devotee and Lord Krishna, where you really don't ask for anything. And Krishna, being so kind to us, he gives you way more than what you could even imagine. So all he wanted was some money to feed his children, so that he can follow his duty as a father. However, he got a lot more in return. So with that, let's give him a big.
Mama Brahma Putrasti, Mama Brahma Putrasti. Atrasti Bhotapasti. Ete Asmakam Brahmaneva. Ete Asmakam Putrahariva. Agatam Lakshmi Ahari. Sarvam Tatasya Gopalasya. E Dina Bandhu E Param Dayalu Tvanasti Parakaram Parayante.
So I'll ask all the participants to introduce themselves. So we'll start with Rukmini.
Diva, Tanvi, Pranjal, Vishaka, Madhav, Shirama, Akshay, Aryan.
So let's give them a big round of applause. The kids have worked really hard to memorize all those lines, and a lot of them also know the meanings, by the way, of each of them. So, and I would like to really thank Sri Balaji Prabhu, who is the main source behind all this. He not only teaches in Synergy School Sanskrit, he also wrote this drama in such a way which is easy to memorize and easy to understand. And I would also like to thank Rupali Mataji and Anuradha Mataji, who are standing there, who basically work tirelessly, calling kids, their parents, arranging for all the things and making the whole thing happen. In addition, there are other folks I'd like to thank. So I would like to thank Rahul Prabhu, who is playing music in the background. I hope he was there. Okay. And I'd like to thank Padma Mataji, who actually selected the music for this drama. Last time when we did this, we didn't have music and such nice ones, so this is really an addition there. Now special thanks to Nampriya Mataji and Vijay Mataji, who encouraged us, not forced us, encouraged us to make this drama happen. And special thanks to all the parents who really worked hard so that kids could memorize and perform so well. So yeah, let's give them a round of applause. And thanks to all of you for coming and staying this late to see the drama.